In 2018, our city will commemorate its founding 300 years ago. In celebration, WYES presents this Tricentennial moment.
On January 8, 1815, the outcome of the Battle of New Orleans was swayed, in part, due to the success and failure of two different engineering projects. The British and the Americans were dug into their positions. Literally, the British digging canals to float men and supplies, the Americans to build a defensive barrier and deepen the canal in front of it. Major General Andrew Jackson is building Line Jackson, his main defense against the seasoned British military.
Jackson and his men fortify the upriver bank of a drainage canal called the Rodriguez Canal.
Jackson saw it as a geographic line. So he got on the other side of it and started digging the canal out and sticking the mud on the other side. This wasn't just a little grass knoll. He built something serious, and he was building it the whole time. So as he built it, it became more and more difficult for the British to take it.
The British were marching toward New Orleans. You had the river on one side, you had swamps on the other side. It was like a funnel of death that they were going into.
On the British side, General Edward Packenham orders a two-prong attack on Line Jackson that includes having Colonel William Thornton's troops cross the Mississippi River and take the West Bank. The timing of Packengham's battle plan is crucial, as is the canal and the dam being constructed to bring the boats to the river for the midnight crossing.
Well, they dig this thing for days. They dig it out. And sure enough, they bring boats forward. They break the levee, the water comes in, the boats float up.
A cut through the levee that was intended to enable the British troop transports to carry a detachment to the West Bank, that canal collapsed. The engineers in charge of it just unfortunately did not get the job done.
So in a mad rush, they grab what boats they can, drag them up, throw them in the water, and now Thornton's left with 600 men instead of 1,400 men. Significant difference.
So there was a long delay in getting the detachment across the river to the West Bank.
The delay in getting Thornton's detachment across the river to the West Bank, as well as other failures in the implementation of Packengham's plan, doomed the British attempt to overtake Line Jackson. In the final and decisive battle of the War of 1812, the success of Jackson's earthen defense in Chalmette helped the young country weather an assault by a superior British force and kept New Orleans and the control of the Mississippi River under the American flag. I'm Tom Gregory, and this has been your New Orleans Tricentennial Moment.
WYES's New Orleans Tricentennial Moments are brought to you by the Miro Foundation and presented in association with the Historic New Orleans Collection.